What's going on, everyone? This is Eric, and I'm going to be going over the three games that 16U MHA played at Boston this weekend. And we have a special treat, special commendation to you guys for what you did over the weekend. Not because you won all three games, but for something that we're going to get to right away. First of all, one little announcement again. If any of the players are hearing this and the coach as well, if anybody is going to wear a different number than they usually do during a tournament, if somebody could just like get word to me somehow that they did, it just makes it a lot easier to submit these games when we put the right numbers in. Okay, so let's just get right to it. Crown versus Spartans. This is the game that you blew the team out. But we're going to take a look, first of all, at the overall statistics from this game. And again, keeping in mind that at your age group, all I need is an effective field goal percentage of 50%. And if you can do that, you're going to compete against the best teams in your division. And you got 54% in this game. And that is just exceptional. I mean, really, really good. Your turnover rate, I would like to keep below 15, even trending towards 10. So again, it's just something to keep an eye on, you know. But turnover rate 17%, not the end of the world, but we do like it above below 15. Offensive rebound percentage, excellent. We want it above 30, and you certainly scratched out enough offensive rebounds to make that work. But this is the deal. Like, how do you get good effective field goal percentage? Well, it's a combination of shooting well and taking good shots. Shooting well is something that, you have to develop over time, but taking good shots is something you can correct right away. And that's why I harp on, you know, from coaching perspective, getting your kids to not take these bad twos. And as a kid, working on trying to either get all the way to the rim or take wide open threes. And the shot chart kind of displays that. And I want to pull up the shot chart from this game and just kind of show you. I mean, you guys get the first round of applause for the whole season. You got literally a perfect shot chart. And to put it in perspective, um, despite my pleads for all teams to always have perfect shot charts, we usually only get about five of them, if that, for the whole season throughout the whole organization. So for you to come up with one right off the bat here in tournament three, that's exceptional. And it is no accident that when you have these perfect shot charts, it correlates with very, very high effective field goal percentage. Okay, because it takes care of one of the variables of the taking the good shot variable. It doesn't take care of being able to make what you take, but at least it puts you in a position to put, good numbers up on the board. So really, really, really tremendous job getting this done for me, or not for me, but for yourselves. All right, statistics for this game. Let's look at the individuals' totals. I mean, nobody really stood out. That's what was great about this game here is that, even Colin 0 for 4 from three, Colin 1 for 5 from three, a little 1 for 1, 1 for 2, 1 for 3. So nothing was that great, but everything was just good enough that if you weren't taking these threes, you were getting all the way to the rim and you were performing very well at the rim. So no individual is really worth mentioning. Sure, Colin, if you want to take a look at your missed threes, you can go ahead and click through this. Kyle, you want to take a look at your missed threes, you can click through this and we could see, which of these are good misses, which are bad, whatever. I would also say that, maybe three turnovers for Kyle and Colin isn't the best, but not the end of the world. And you can click through those and take a look at what those look like also. But overall, just very, very strong game. And again, this type of performance will get you wins over really good teams. All right, let's take a look at some of the less inspiring performances. Or let's take a look at the Swarm game. Okay. So in the Swarm game, let's first take a look at overall. And here your effective field goal percentage was not as good. It was 46.8%. And what that means is that while this might have been good enough to beat this team, it certainly would not have been good enough to beat one of the better teams. So it's something you really have to dive into and not just kind of rest on your laurels. Okay, I won the game, so I played well. It doesn't work that way. Um, so let's see what's going on here. I mean, you did shoot 8 for 22 from three, which is amazing. So I wonder what happened to the rest of your effective field goal percentage. Well, let's first take a look at the shot selection piece because that usually tells a lot of the story. And there you go. You know what I mean? Like so here, as opposed to that last game where you had, no bad twos at all. Here you had one, four, five, six bad twos. And to that point, you were only 1 for 6 from those positions. So uh very important to get these shots out of your repertoire. Okay. All right. Let's take a look individually, see who did what in the Swarm game. From three, Dylan 3 for 4 from, oh, that's from free throw, sorry. 2 for 5 for Colin, much better. Kyle 2 for 6, Drew 2 for 5. So you did very, very nicely from three. Alan, a nice one over there. Um, Colin was over 4 getting to the rim. So again, you click through this and see what these look like. Turnovers, excellent. You kept the turnover rate extraordinarily low, which is really good. Um, and to that point, let me just, again, I didn't give you enough credit for that. So one of the reasons why you can get away with this 46% effective field goal percentage is this. 9% turnover rate is like elite for your age group. So if you could continue to do this, I mean, that'll make up for some discrepancies in effective field goal percentage. So overall, again, not as good as the other one, but very instructive, in that the closer you get to the perfect shot chart, the more likely you have to get that 50% effective field goal percentage. And the final game we'll look at is this close one against Defy the Odds. Take a look and see what this is. And this is great. I mean, look, okay. Oh, this is not great, but let's take a look. So from an effective field goal percentage, you guys were great. I mean, 51%, and that usually gets it done. The issue in this game was actually this very, very high turnover rate. So you do have a lot of variance in your turnover rate. So it's something that you can work on here. Because I'm telling you, 26% turnover rate puts a lot of pressure on you. You know what I mean? To do well because you're just not, going to be taking as many shots as the other team. So this is something you have to look at. Let's take a look though at the shot selections here, because how do we get a 51% effective field goal percentage? Let's take a look and see how this broke down here. I mean, this is how you do it. Only 2 bad twos. I mean, this is not anything new. I mean, it's new to you guys and still sort of new to the coaches, but the less of these you take, the better this number becomes. And that's just the bottom line. So continue to do what you're doing, and you guys are going to be my freaking heroes. Okay. Let's take a look at the stats, the individuals from this game. And look at this from 3, Colin, that's much better. 3 for 5. Kyle, 2 for 4. You guys keep shooting. Makai puts one in. So Makai 0 for 5 from 2. Again, maybe it's worth taking a look at. Alan, 5 for 15 from 2. So again, we could click through here and take a look at these if you want to. All right. 5 turn. See, was the problem with the turnovers. So Drew, because you had the most, we're gonna deal with this. Let's look at all 5 of your turnovers just for the hell of it. Well, it was a good pass directly to the opponent, right? That's one thing. And again, everybody gets up. Everybody feels the video heat at some point this season. I mean, you guys have played so well that we can have some fun with this. Well, you threw it right to the guy again. Very nice and precise passes, by the way. Just went to the wrong team. Ooh, what is that? Oh, okay. And uh-oh. Yep. So not your best as far as taking care of the basketball, but overall, I mean, seriously, just a really, really good set of games for you guys. Let's take a look at the season-long statistics, and I do want to show you one interesting stat for the whole team, which I have shown to every single team, by the way, in this program. Let's take a look. We'll do the stats report for like all the games, like the whole season, all 9 games that we have tracked. And first of all, overall, we have an effective field goal percentage of 51%. I mean, let's go. Telling you from a statistical perspective, this is by far my favorite team. I mean, it's really not even close. And we'll take a look at the shot chart. We're going to get back to the individuals, but I think this is extremely telling. We'll go to the shot chart for the whole season. And, this will get a little confusing. So what you can do is instead of doing this, you can see that all these bad twos, but you'll also notice that you don't take that many of them. And that's why you guys are geniuses. 13, 15, 24, 32, 34, only 38 out of 520 bad twos. You guys keep doing this. You guys are going to, seriously, you are going to outperform your abilities on the court, which is something that's very difficult to do. So I almost didn't even want to get into the analysis of the individuals, because you guys are really like on the right track. And by the way, here you can actually separate each athlete's, by the way, each athlete's individual shot chart. Here's actually an interesting look you can hear here. You can look at here. If you just want to take these out and just look at the really bad twos, what I find sort of interesting is that you only took 21 of them, which is amazing. And you see, you only make 33% of them, which is, more of an argument for why you should never take them. All right, let's take a look at the individuals. And again, this is what we're looking for. What we're looking for is players that can either, at your age group, shoot 50% from two or 33% from three, or maybe both. So let's take a look. From two, let's go. Finn, Mackay, Drew, Colin, Justice. He didn't play this week. All getting all the way to the rim. Really, really nice. From three, let's see who's doing it here. Look at this. Colin, 31%, not quite. So we don't have anybody that's really there yet at 33%, but you're making up for it by getting to the rim when you need to. So this is definitely something you want to look at, who's taking these threes. I think that all of you are probably capable of making these, so I don't have any problem with any of this. But overall, I mean, hashtag my favorite team. What can I say? Good luck next week.